Maxwell Starr's beer review. Tonight we're going to take a look at yet another gluten-free beer. Going to take a look at Schnitzer Bräu. Now, I saw El Harlock's review of this particular beer and I've been scared off of trying it ever since. Let's read the label here. I don't even know if it's got any English on it. Just an ingredients list. Best before see package. Oh, there we go. Beer, alcoholic beverage brewed with millet malt, gluten-free. Ingredients: water, millet malt, pea protein, hop, 1 hop. Yeast, antioxidant, ascorbic acid, organically grown ingredients. Best before see package. And exclusive Australian and New Zealand beer importer, Blackwood Lane. Product of Germany. Yay! So really, it's got a whole bunch of small print, but it's all in different languages, and there's very little in English. It just says brewed in Germany. I'm not exactly sure where this is from, but it's brewed with millet malt. I'm not sure what millet malt is or what it tastes like, but obviously it's gluten-free and it's organic. So just recently, and I want to give a shout out to Donrig13. He took a look at this particular beer, and he didn't think it was that bad. But I remember El Harlock's brother flushing this down the toilet. So hopefully I won't have to do the same. It's got a nice Schnitzer Bräu cap on it. Can't argue with that. I'll probably be adding that to my collection. I don't know if I'll ever buy this again, unless I have celiac problems later in life. But I think I almost see some goopiness down at the very bottom. So let me pour this out and see if it's absolutely filtered or not. It's very pale. And it's a little hazy too. It's not, there's like a little bit of sludge left at the bottom of the bottle, but it's not bad. Lots of carbonation sticking to the sides. Other than that, it looks like a beer. I mean, it looks like a real beer. It looks kind of like the same kind of colors, same kind of head as you would expect to get from a standard lager. I'm not sure exactly what type of beer this is. Being German, it may be brewed lager style. I'll have to look it up. Anyway, so yeah, half finger ahead, larger bubbles, half decent head retention, but for the most part, other than lots of carbonation coming up through here, it looks like a beer. Slightly hazy. Alright, let's get to the smell. It's like a little bit of a chalkiness to it. Maybe a hint of like a coffee, maybe. Very strange combination, but it doesn't smell offensive, but I don't really pick up much at all. It's not great. Maybe a subtle fruitiness to it. I almost pick up like a tropical note to it. Almost like a peach or something. Maybe not quite a peach, a little too sweet for that. White grape, maybe. Doesn't smell bad. I guess. Doesn't really smell that bad. Let's give it a taste. It's hard to put what that tastes like in the words. It's almost got this weird maltiness, birdseed kind of flavor. Anybody out there that owns a budgie, it's kind of like they're little, like the little smaller grains of seed. Like what that smells like, this tastes like. There's a little bit of an herbalness to the back. A little bit of an herbalness to the back. subtle pastiness, but not that bad. Maybe a little bit of a sour twang, like a subtle, very subtle sourness to it, but almost not there. It kind of blends in with the bitterness. There's no sweetness. Finishes off quite dry too. Oh, I'm gonna have to sit down with this one. I'll be right back. And we're back with Schnitzer from Germany, a gluten-free beer. So, what did I think about this particular beer? I got a chance during the break to take a look and see exactly what millet was, and you know what? It actually is the primary ingredient in budgie food. So I called that one pretty correctly. It does taste like that. If you've ever had a budgie bird and you've given it food or something, it's got that kind of that grainy cereal grain, that chalky kind of smell to the food. Well, this is sort of what the beer tastes like, sort of. I mean, it's a little watery, it's a little subtly chalky, and it's got some half-decent beer flavors to it. But all said and done, it's not too bad, and it's somewhat drinkable. I mean, you got to keep in mind that this beer is pitched towards people who have gluten allergies or celiac disease, and most people like with those kind of afflictions aren't going to be looking for a beer normally. I've only ever had one other gluten beer, and that was the Le Messagerie from the Brasserie de Nouvelle-France in Quebec, and that beer was horrible. This one, if this is your only choice, not bad. I think I could actually drink this if I absolutely had to. I mean, I'd want something a little darker, like a stout or a porter made from whatever, you know, in a gluten-free style if I had to do it. But to be totally honest, if this is your only option to have a beer and you absolutely want to have a beer, whether if you had late onset celiacs or something like that, this is a good beer to try. It's not like I would call it absolutely incredible, and rating it against other beers, it's kind of poor. But it has its uses. Based on the fact that this is a darn good gluten-free beer, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5, and that is only because it's a gluten-free beer, because all honestly it's kind of like a 2 or a 1.5 or something as far as actual beer quality goes. But because that's a pretty good option for someone with that sort of disease, yeah, go ahead, give this a try, because this is actually quite well made and excellent. It's not like it's a phenomenal beer or anything, but if it's the only thing you've got, I could be happy drinking this if I had to. I don't know if I'd absolutely be happy, but I would. I can't complain. Anyway, this one gets a 3 out of 5 for me. Thanks for watching Maxwell Starr's beer review, and thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Cheers!